Hi everyone and welcome back to Grumble Plays. First of all, Merry Christmas if you're celebrating. If you're not, then happy holidays / long weekend, hopefully that you're spending off work and just relaxing, chilling, having a great time, eating good food. The festive season, certainly this festive season, isn't easy for any of us. For many of us, the festive season is even harder for lots of different reasons. Family, job, health, it all sort of just piles up into a cavalcade of difficult things over the holidays. So today, whether you're just wanting to relax or looking for a little bit of a distraction, I am here today to play the last episode of my NEO CAB playthrough with and for you. If you're not yet caught up, last week I finished the main campaign, I finished the story, and it turns out that, Savy, our so-called BFF, is not really our BFF. So that was harrowing. The title of the episode is, The Gaslighting is Over, Savy, not for nothing. So, I slapped a trigger and content warning on that one. Because it really cuts to the bone. But Lina handled herself really well, not to brag. But we got her through it. And now we just have basically our drive quota for the night is not yet full, so we can do a few more rides, and we have a couple of more interesting characters on our map. So today I'll just see how many more packs I can pick up to give this game a lovely send-off. So get comfy, get yourself a cup of tea, a cup of hot chocolate, wrap yourself in a blanket, and join me. Let's go. All right, now I have a mug of tea, and we have a plan, sort of, which is pick up a couple more passengers, see who we're rounding the game out with. So let's go. And we have 3 more lovely people on our map. Let's see where everyone is actually going. There's Liam, our favorite, there's Fiona, and there's Oona, and I really want to talk to all 3 of them for different reasons. Let's see, Oona, where do you want to go? Oona wants to go to the Steve. Okay, Fiona's got a really short ride within the Combine District, so that's fine. Oh, Liam's leaving, isn't he? Huh. I was actually gonna pick up Liam first, just in case it's really a one last PAX kind of situation. But this makes me think that is sort of that's put there as our literally our way out of Los Ojos. So how's about we pick up these 2 first, and then we end the game on Liam. I think that's the signposting here. So, and I mean, it's not beneath me to load, to load up a save from or to load up the safe again, and then just to pick up the other two. So, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna go. Let's go talk to Fiona. Oh, so everyone's out of... Okay. I picked up Fiona at her apartment with about 100 pounds of luggage. I never would have guessed she'd be on her way to the middle of the desert, but the fact that she'd bring a whole wardrobe with her seemed about right. I bet there were some amazing clothes in those bags. She'd been weirdly quiet too, just staring out the window and sighing. But as soon as we'd crossed the city limits, it was like a weight lifted and her whole body language changed. I figured a classic Fiona download was coming next, and I was ready for it. Anything to get my mind off of what had gone down. Ugh, I wish there was like a cleanse for your brain. But getting out of Los Ojos is a start. Everything okay? Let's talk about you first. I'm getting some real emotional vibes off of you, lady. What's up? Did all the Sophie's Law stuff get to you? Actually, I won against Capra. You were part of killing Sophie's Law? Damn, that was some inspiring stuff. Like, real political activism and democracy in action. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm leaving Los Ojos tonight. You're my last PAX. How about that? Even though the bill failed, I came to Los Ojos for a friend. And that's over now, and I don't think there's anything left for me in this city. Yeah, girl, dump this dumbass city. No reason to stay if something's not working. Speaking of... Uh-oh. Yeah, Fiona... Ew. Dre and I broke up last night. It was terrible. Oh no, what happened? I was the one who ended it, actually. We really didn't have enough in common. Like, I'd find myself looking at him and being like, I'm super attracted to your body. But when you talk, it makes my brain hurt. So you sound okay? Yeah, that's the weirdest part. I'm like super okay. I'm wearing 50-cent mascara right now. That's, oh, 50 coin. Oh my god, 50 coin. That's how much I know I won't cry right now. I realized that even though I loved him, I didn't really like him all that much. Isn't that weird? So then I was like, who is that I love then? Because this guy who like argued with my bestie about politics the night they met, that's not my vibe. Is it anyone's? But wait, I thought you two had talked online for years. Totally, that's the whole thing. Lina, oh my god, you're so smart and just basically a goddess and it's out of control. Sorry. I was in love with my hot screen boyfriend, Dre, and I realized that version of him was like a figment of my imagination in a lot of ways. How so? Not like he'd been lying to me all those hours and hours of video chat. It was more like I knew him as well as I could possibly know anyone over long distance. But there was still so much I didn't know. Like, if I told him I was sad and wanted to talk, he would set up a time, no problem. But if I came home crying after a long day and just needed someone to hold me, turns out emotions make him really uncomfortable. So, not the most supportive partner. Not in the way that I need. I just assumed he'd be the way I wanted because he was so good over chats. But really, I was filling in the blanks with my own stuff. Like, a screen boyfriend can only do so much. And I just assumed he was perfect at all the stuff I couldn't see because I just wanted it so much. But it turns out, that person doesn't exist. How did he take it? I mean, he knew it was coming. But he's pretty bummed out that he moved here and we broke up, like, right away. Aren't you? I guess. But I'd kind of been getting over my version of Dre this whole time, if that makes sense. What do you mean? So, like, once I started seeing all these things I thought were true about him weren't actually true. It was like losing someone I'd grown super attached to. Even though I was with the actual Dre, the version of him I had in my head for years was the person I really loved. And that person is gone. Isn't that just beyond screwed up? Having someone you thought you knew turn out to be totally different? I thought of Savy and everything she'd put me through. Do we wanna... Yeah, let's commiserate. I just went through the same thing. Oh my god, Lina, was it that Savy chick? I'm so sorry. I knew she was bad news. It's for the best. She showed me who she really was. And I showed her who I am. Do you want to talk about it? I'm like an emotional first aid kit, I swear. God, Fiona, I love you. Honestly, I think I'm good, but thanks. Just being in this desert is like an emotional band-aid. It better be. I'm going to some no-screen resort way out in the middle of nowhere. It's this event for singles who like don't want technology to get in the way of getting to know someone. That sounds perfect for you. I know, right? They do all these cute little activities like bowling and crafts and cooking classes. Then at the end of the weekend, you fill out this form on paper about anyone you want to talk to again. If there's a match, they give you each other's info and send you off to go get married and make babies and all that. Fiona! It's basically like summer camp for hot single people. Okay, I don't want to be a bummer and like... In German we say unken, which is the sound that, you know, toads make. Because an unke is a toad, so I don't want to be the toad in the pond right now, so... How do you know they're hot? Statistically speaking, there's gotta be at least a few hotties there. That's fair, it's just... I mean, not including me. I just don't want the whole screen Dre IRL thing to ever happen again. All the screens and filters between us, it's hard enough to really know a person as it is. I couldn't agree more. I wanted to tell her that I hoped she'd find what she was looking for, but the words caught in my throat. She was clearly so content, like she was just riding the waves, knowing that she'd never really be knocked down, even if it got choppy. What more was there to find once someone got to that point? I took in the desert around us. I guess I'd gotten there too. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, that's it. Okay, tell you what, I'm gonna load up again. There's, like, I cut this out of the edit, but there is a short bit of the last bit of conversation with Savy that I have to click through again. So I'm just gonna do that, and then we're gonna do this each time, because I don't want to rob us of our ride off into the sunset with Oona and Liam. Yeah, because I thought, you know, that all of them were just gonna, or that, you know, Fiona and Oona were just gonna have like a quick ride around the city. But if it turns out that they're all leaving because, you know, we influenced their lives. Whew. Oh, I feel the responsibility. Okay. Right, so I'm just gonna load. And then we're gonna talk to Oona, and then we're gonna close out the game with Liam, and then we're gonna let the credits roll properly. Right, so let's go. Let's load. See you in 5 minutes. Alright, so here we are again, after a lot of very fast clicking. I can now do the conversation with Savy in my sleep, because that's the 3rd time I've done it now. Alright, so we picked up Fiona, who continues to be the most darling. And I'm so sorry that it didn't work out with Dre. And it you know, it kind of hits home for me because for 2.5 years I was in a long distance relationship, and you know, we lived still in the same country but pretty far apart, so you know, it was difficult to carve out time to see each other as it is. And then we were together for just exactly a year when the pandemic hit. A lot of stuff that Fiona said that I find echoed in there, because I mean, she and Dre like exclusively video chatted for years, and like my ex-girlfriend and I, you know, we had the opportunity to visit each other and to, you know, to be in the same room. And then, you know, if you tally up all the days that you actually spent, you know, living together, and you, I don't know, did we even come up to like 2 months out of it? Like, that's not a lot. And even if you are open with each other about, you know, your shortcomings, such as, you know, emotions make me uncomfortable, you know, you can just learn and figure out that, you know, you know, your partner might be a person that you've constructed in your head, but they're not that person in real life. And that's not a failure of any individual person in that relationship. It's just, it's a function of being in a long distance relationship. And that's not to say that, you know, long distance relationships are, you know, doomed or fake or whatever. It's just something that I think each long distance relationship has to navigate. And like, you know, if, you know, Fiona could have just as easily said, you know, I was in love with hot screen boyfriend Dre, but then I also fell in love with, you know, IRL Dre. So, you know, it was a transition, but no, we're good. That could have happened. It's a coin toss. It works or it doesn't, and it depends on so many things, like where you are in your life, and what place you're in, whether it works or not. So, but yeah, so I can relate to Fiona there, because it's tough letting go of that. So that was my therapy session of the day. It's also a coin toss whether I leave this in or whether I spare you my tragic backstory. We'll see. But let's go talk to Oona. I love her so much. It was Oona St. Clair looking very smug. Finally. Were you waiting long? As a matter of fact, yes. Sorry, Oona. I've been standing here, hailing NEO cabs all day. What? My calculations suggested you would be the first one to pick me up. Oh, sorry. That's what I get for trusting back of the envelope quantum statistics. Here I am. At last. I waited. Oona waited. I do have a destination, you know. Right. Well, the big blue megacorp's pet law didn't get enough votes. It was a close thing. I think those documents were a bombshell. Even so, trust a quantum statistician when she tells you it was a very close thing. I'm sure Capra will try again. No doubt. And people will resist again in new ways. I see strange things ahead. She looked excited at the prospect. Maybe it was easy to be eager for chaos when you were as rich and insulated as Oona. Also, I guess Oona isn't leaving then, huh? Those documents, the Capra leak. You had a hand in it. All of these are true. You did too. It was an honor to be asked. But now, after all that, you're leaving. How did you know that? If I run the numbers in my head, I can see you dropping me off. And normally, what comes next would be a wild tangle of probability. Maybe this passenger, maybe that one, maybe this road, maybe that one. But that's not what I see. You see me leaving alone. Yes, just that one road. You've decided. People don't often decide quite so firmly. We arrived at Oona's destination, a giant apartment building in the Steve. It was enormous. People flowed in and out of the yawning entrance at the front. Here we are, home at last. I'd hoped Oona the Quantum Witch would live in a spooky house on top of a hill. Honestly, so had I. But this made sense for her, a building full of energy and possibility. Oona didn't reach for the door or move at all. She just looked at me. I hope you haven't forgotten your debt. Of course not. Good. You will repay your debt by learning. I've always wanted an apprentice. That's a little creepy, but... That's sweet, but you think you're leaving for good. That's because I am leaving. For good. Oh? Let's see what space-time has to say about that. Oona's eyes went glassy. She did that thing again. The sifting through the multiverse thing. Yes. The first time she did it, it freaked me out. This time, it also freaked me out. Any word from space-time? Oona emerged from a quantum trance. Just as I suspected. What? I conducted a quick survey. and of the quadrillion timelines are pursued, you remain outside Los Ojos in roughly 20 trillion. 20 trillion Linas exiled from the automatic city. 20 trillion Linas stuck forever in Cactus Flats. Oh. But that's nothing. 20 trillion out of a quadrillion? A measly 2%. You'll return, Lina. And when you do, we're going to work on your statistical intuitions. How can you be so sure about these things? It's math, Lina. Beautiful, muscular math. And maybe a tiny pinch of magic. I knew it! All will be revealed in your first lesson. Maybe not soon. Maybe not soon. But eventually. And I can't wait to see you again. With that, Oona Sinclair slipped out of the car and walked quickly to her building's entrance, making a tight zigzag on the crowded sidewalk. Keeping one step ahead of probability. What a person. What a city. Okay. So we're gonna return, huh? One day. One day we're gonna come back. And look for Oona. Alright. Let me load and skip again. And then, for the finale, for the real actual finale, we're gonna go and talk to Liam. At least it turns out that Oona really was just going home, and that time the map didn't lie. Alright, so here we are again. Here's Lina recounting what happened, like we saw this at the end of episode 6. Charlie being chased out of the city. I am still laughing about that. And here, of course, now we are getting these cursed texts from Savy. And I forgot to say this last episode, but like, you can choose between blocking her number and leaving her on red, even though you have the perfect reply, but you don't even send it. And I would so love to just block her number so I never get a text from this chick again, but it's actually, like, for her, like, it's so much more devastating to her ego to be just left on red and then ignored. Like, she can text as much as she wants, it's just, it's not gonna happen. Like, if, you know, because if we block her number, then, you know, then we're the bad guy, because, you know, we're hurting her, and everything, and it's just, you know, if she just left on red. Like, with someone like Savy, that is so much more powerful. Because, you know, if we blocked her, she'd just find something to get mad about. Or, you know, then we'd hand her something to get mad about. But also what pisses me off about that is, like, okay, I wasn't going to text you for a while, because that's just, you know, she's just trying to frame it as, you know, I was mad at you, so I wasn't going to talk to you. I mean, you know, equally if she'd said, you know, I was going to give you space or something, then that would have just come off as, like, incredibly condescending from her. And so does this, but, you know, it's just, I wasn't going to talk to you, but I found something else I want to use you for. Ugh. Ugh. Alright. For the finale, also, can I just say, Fiona wearing, like, I got it wrong, like, I saw the scene, my mind went to sense, but of course, you know, it's coin, or, you know, Capra credits, or Capra cash? Is that what it's called? 50 coin mascara. That's more than the frickin' fine I paid when the cop stopped me. Like, that is a power move after a breakup, Fiona. Incredible. Anyway, Liam bared faster than a shutter snap. Let us leave this frickin' city, Liam. Let's go. I picked up Liam at his hotel. He'd said he wanted to leave the city the same way he'd arrived. A perfectly symmetrical composition. Fine by me, but we'd been driving for a while and he hadn't said much. Just heads down, tapping into some device. But he was the one person who'd maybe been through as much as I had these past few days. I hoped he wasn't facing any backlash from helping me make the Capra docs public. Everything okay? Okay, that's a very relative term these days, isn't it? What do you mean? I mean, we know now from Oona that we're gonna come back, so... I mean, maybe not this Lina, but definitely a Lina. I mean, riding off into the sunset with a smile. I can't be here anymore. I wanted a fresh start. Instead, I got a very heavy ending. Same. So very same. Do you regret it? Which part? Any of it? But I meant the stuff you sent me. The stuff. Like it was just a few recipes for cookies or something. The Liam sitting in the backseat of my cab felt like someone I really knew. A friend who made me happy just being around him. Liam, the name in my contacts to whom I'd sent the smoking gun to take down Capra. That person felt like a ghost from another life. Are you sure? He'd asked. Heart pounding, I typed, yes. 100%. Yes, again. And then it was on every social feed within the hour. Federal investigations were opened within 24. Sophie's Law was dead in 72. Now it felt like he was breaking some secret covenant just bringing it up. Did I regret it? No. No regrets. Yeah, me neither. I guess things with your friend Savy didn't work out either. I actually misclicked earlier when talking to Fiona. I was gonna go for She Broke My Heart because during that horrible, awful, no good conversation with Savy, we got the option of choosing between feeling fury and heartbreak, and I chose heartbreak. Because, yeah, I was angry, but more than that, it was... Because, I mean, Lina's been angry at Savy before, but that was, you know, what broke the camel's back. So I wanted to echo She Broke My Heart, so I'm gonna do that here with Liam. She broke my heart. I loved her more than anyone. And she used it against me. So I'm just gonna need some time to myself. Do you want to talk about it? Honestly, not really. I think I'm good, but thanks. You know, I know we didn't get to properly hang out, but you really helped me. I don't usually make friends when I travel, sort of try to use the time to be a bit lone wolf. But it's been, I don't know, fun, inspiring, helpful, all that. Even the way you lectured me about Capra in this very desert. I'm still sorry about that. Please, don't be. seeing you angry was actually sort of refreshing. Even if I was trying to deny it. Oh yeah? Well, hey, if you like that, let me tell you more about my week. Because it sucked. Oh, please do. I feel I've been hogging all the angst. Oh, Liam, there's so much angst. Let's just say you helped me too. Are you just saying that because I said a nice thing and now you feel like you need to return the compliment? I mean, no. But I think he'd be in on the joke if I said totally. Totally. I knew it. Hey, it's funny, isn't it? The way this all turned out? Very. Right? The two of us in your cab, same road, opposite way. Yeah, you're right. It feels like fate? Nah. I think this one's on me. Ah! That's it! That's it, folks. We done did it. We finished. 3 times over. We finished NEO CAB. I'm gonna let the credits roll. Because every single person working on this game in whatever capacity deserves a giant shout out. I really, really, really enjoyed it. I picked it up a while ago on Steam, and I started playing it, and then, you know, I started playing something, and then I get distracted by, I don't know, 3,000 other things, or just, you know, my pile of shame, which is what I call my Steam library. But then, you know, in this year, and just deciding, hey, I'm gonna stream again more, and hey, what if I actually, you know, what if I let the videos stick around? What if I make, you know, what if I make a Let's Play? What if I just make a Let's Play? And then I sat down and I just made a Let's Play, and this was the first game that came to mind that I'd been wanting to play for forever. And here it is. And I'm definitely gonna start a new playthrough. I'm definitely gonna go back and meet all of the passengers that, you know, we didn't get to meet this time. And if there's fun encounters, I will definitely show you. But yeah, this, you know, the synopsis basically says this is an emotional survival game because, you know, it's not, I mean, we had to sleep in our car one night, and if, you know, if we'd had more encounters with the cops, then that would have been more than one night. But, you know, it's really more the emotional survival that's tough. You know, I never got so far that I didn't have, you know, enough cash for fuel. Only once I didn't have enough cash for sleeping. Aw, Chance Agency pets. Gunter, I love it. Hi, playtesters. It's a lot. It's a big old journey, a difficult journey. And I bet that there's so many different ways that, you know, that horrible confrontation with Savy can go. I mean, like, you get the choice just before the end. You know, do you keep the feel grid that has, you know, stores all the compromat, you know, like all the horrible information on Capra, or do you toss it out the window? So you can choose not to take Capra down. It's... yeah, I'd halfway expected the game also to give me a choice between like people to give the material to, but it automatically settled on Liam because yeah, he's got the furthest reach. So but yeah, there's so many different ways that can go, and I can only imagine how harrowing it might be if Savy, like, I wonder, is there an ending where you can actually get browbeaten by Savy into going along with whatever she wants? Like, is there a give up button? And then you're stuck in that relationship still. You know, because you come here, I mean, in the very first episode, when you start playing the game, it's like, okay, this is my sort of estranged friend, but I really, really love her, and, you know, we want a fresh start together, and we want to make it work. And then, you know, she disappears, and you know, you give her the benefit of the doubt, because it's like, oh my god, what if she's been abducted, you know? And then you realize who she really is, and... like, last episode was tough. Honestly, it was tough. And it's just, yeah, I mean, like this, you know, in the end, Lina did get a fresh start, just not in the way she thought. But, you know, like we said when we were driving out of the city with Fiona, maybe Lina got there too, that she's content in who she is, and then the rest is just bonus, because she found the strength that she was looking for in herself, and now she's gonna make her fresh start somewhere else, whether that's Cactus Flats or whether she's gonna come back to Los Ojos, you know, at some point and become Oona's apprentice, or whether she's gonna go somewhere completely different. It's her choice. Well, that was it, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching this episode and this first series of Grumble Plays. I had loads of fun just recording these, putting them up, and then, you know, watching them live on the premieres with all of you. And, you know, if you're watching this on the premiere, thank you so much. If you're watching this days, weeks, months, years later, just if you've just trundled in, you know, off of one of my social channels, or, you know, YouTube, just maybe even looking specifically for a NEO CAB Let's Play. And if you've made it this far, then thank you so much. If you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed the series, if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like, leave a comment. It really helps me out. If you want to support a queer creator, that is me, you can do so at ko-fi.com/grumble. I have membership tiers there. You can also sign up on my Patreon at patreon.com/AnnaMarabella. You know, on Ko-fi you can also just, you know, sling me a buck as a tip if you enjoyed this. Please look up Chance Agency, the studio that made this game. I'm really looking forward to whatever they make next. If you're into cyberpunk, then this is a great start. There's also there's Cloudpunk, which has been on my Steam wishlist forever. I believe it's in the Steam Winter Sale 2021, so check that out. Maybe I'll actually pick that up next. Who knows? And yeah, again, if you know, if you're watching this more or less live, then again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Stay safe, take care of yourself, whatever form that takes. Be kind to yourself. And I'll see you again very, very soon with, I can already tell you, season 2 of Grumble Plays is going to be a low chaos, ghost clean hands playthrough of Dishonored 2. One of my favorite games in the whole world. Certainly the game that I've put the most time into on several platforms. And I'm going to be playing it on PC for the first time. It's going to be a chill, slow playthrough of just me sticking my nose into every corner. You know, talking about the lore and the trivia and all the good stuff that there is, and just trying to be as sneaky as I can. So that's coming in the new year. Have a great time. See you flip side. And as we say in German, guten Rutsch.